Calvin, today's winter storm is bringing heavy rain, wind, and snow, and there's more on the way.
Concerned residents watching burn scars carefully as the moisture moves through the area. Today's much-needed rain started early. It continues to fall. This was outside KTLA studio today in Hollywood. No flooding issues here, but enough rain to keep the umbrellas out.
Now let's head outside and take a look at the weather. Right now, the sun setting just moments ago. The winter storm is continuing to streak across the Southland, and our live team coverage continues tonight with reporters standing by in Sierra Madre and the Inland Empire.
We begin with meteorologist Vera Jimenez with a look at the current conditions. Vera.
Thank you so much. Well, I can tell you that here from the Doppler, we're still seeing plenty of green and some bits of yellow. And of course, the snow is already building, so we're seeing that as well. As we go ahead and zoom in, we'll start towards the northwestern end of the viewing area, and that is going to be over the San Gabriel Mountains. And as you can see, we're starting to see a little bit of snow at the higher peaks, but we're still getting some rain. This has mostly been a beneficial event. Yesterday, we were talking about the possibility of some thunderstorms. Those have not materialized, thankfully. Those have stayed primarily over San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara. This is round one of two waves that are going to be passing through Southern California, and at this point, with these colors of green, with these shades of green, this is going to be mostly that beneficial rain, that showery stuff that we really like because it gives the ground an opportunity to absorb it and actually really use it. In terms of the numbers, we're looking at minimum numbers less than 1/4 of an inch of rain per hour, much less than that, closer to a 10. And in terms of accumulations, if you happen to be west of the mountains, with what you're seeing now, we're looking at expecting anywhere between 1/2 inch to an inch of rain at most between the two-day event. Up against the foothills and the mountains, of course, those numbers are going to be greater. We're looking at perhaps 1 to 2 inches, maybe even as much as 2.5. It depends on what the system tomorrow will look like, and we'll show you that coming up. But here's a look across the region: Moreno Valley, Paris, Menifee, Woodcrest, Riverside, Lake Elsinore. And as we head back towards the west, it's making its way out of the South Bay towards Orange County, Garden Grove, Anaheim, Buena Park, Cypress, Seal Beach, all getting some great rain, as well as Fountain Valley. The winds are also going to be a big part of the weather story beginning tonight at 7 p.m. when the wind advisories begin. Those details coming up shortly. Back to you guys for now.
Vera, thank you. People in Sierra Madre under evacuation warnings as the storm threatens the region with a heightened risk of mudslides and debris flows following the Eaton fire.
KTLA's Alina Abovian joins us live in Sierra Madre with more on how they are dealing with the rain. Alina.
Hi, Mike and Cher. Good evening. You know, we are live here in the Little Santa Anita Canyon, and just take a look behind me. This is a quaint. This is a good.
Trying to build a mud fence because up that street will come 4 feet of mud at some point.
Sierra Madre resident Randy St. Aubin is preparing for the rain. His home here in Little Santa Anita Canyon was hit pretty hard with mud flow after the last storm after the Eaton fire.
What makes it difficult is how much water is coming up Mount Wilson, how much is it in the catch basin, and then when the catch basin is full, this is where it comes.
This week's storm is categorized as a Phase 1 event, which means there's a 10 to 20% chance of heavy mud flow.
I think everyone's on alert. We're getting our sandbags out.
The last storm caused this to happen here, several feet of mud trapping this car. Samantha Smith is now clearing out the debris around her Airbnb property.
Everyone's getting ready just in case there's like heavy downfall.
While locals are preparing for the worst, Tony Moran is celebrating her 80th birthday in the best way possible inside Mary's Market, where it's cozy and dry.
We've been through this so many times, and it's all good. That's why we're here.
And back out here live, you're seeing the river here in a Little Santa Anita Canyon. And the good news is it's been raining here throughout the day, but it's steady rain, no signs of flooding. And as far as the evacuation warning to residents in the burn areas, that will be in effect until 6 a.m. Friday morning. I'm Lena Berman reporting live in Sierra Madre, KTLA 5 News.
Alina, thank you. And protections are also in place in the Palisades burn zone as residents brace for more possible damage. K-rails have been set up along PCH along with sandbags sandbags to help prevent debris from reaching storm drains. Caltrans has closed several locations, including Temescal Canyon Road and Topanga Canyon Road near PCH due to mudslide threats. Residents are urged to sign up for emergency alerts and be ready to evacuate if needed.
The widespread rain also reaching the Inland Empire, bringing hazardous driving conditions to several communities.
KTLA's Shelby Nelson is live in Highland as the rain sweeps across Southern California. Shelby.
Hi, Sharon, Micah. Yeah, and I'm told that more than 38,000 cubic yards of debris have been removed from some of the storm drains and basins out here just in Highland. A lot of that coming from the line fire burn scar, which is just north of us. But where I'm standing right here, this is a problem area because a lot of that flows on through here. You can see the storm drains through here, but we're right by homes. And just about 2 weeks ago when we had that other storm, well, a lot of this became flooded. A late winter storm making its arrival in Southern California, and this time Adrian Rojas will be prepared.
I brought some sandbags from the local fire department so to try to help prevent from flooding again.
He lined them up right against his daughter's Highland fence because this is what they dealt with during the last storm.
The water and mud was approximately a foot and a half deep up to my knee.
Mud up to his knees and debris stacking up behind this row of homes along Tyler Street in Highland. It traveled through this drainage system down from the line fire burn scar, making for a muddy mess. We saw crews with San Bernardino County at work clearing culverts and setting up K-rail in anticipation for more rain. North of here, Caltrans District 8 is on standby along State Route 330 after mudslides from the last storm caused it to shut down. The roads are clear for now, but drivers are being warned to be cautious and to not drive through any roads if they become flooded. Under a winter storm warning, snow is expected to fall in the San Bernardino County mountains above 5,000 feet. So if there's anyone planning to go up for a hike, folks are being advised against it, especially after two critical rescues over the weekend. One happening Sunday as two men hiked down from Cucamonga Peak.
We believe there was an incident where they slipped and fell due to the ice conditions there, and found themselves injured and in a canyon.
Volunteers with the West Valley Search and Rescue Team hiked into dangerous conditions to get them.
They were both in pretty serious condition with hypothermia and some injuries from the fall.
And there were already limited resources after two hikers were rescued in another formidable mission above Idlewild.
Our mountains are very steep, rugged alpine communities. These are not made for day hikes, especially in these conditions.
Now, some hiking tips from those search and rescue experts. Obviously, this is not the good time to go up and hike. Eventually, when the weather clears up, these are some of the tips that they say, pay attention to the weather forecast all the time and prepare to be there longer than expected. If you are up hiking, you just never know what can happen. So bring extra clothing, food, water. An experienced hiker should have an ice axe, crampons, other materials that they should know what to bring. Bring a GPS tracking device. Don't go alone, and always let someone know where you are going, just in case for some reason there's some type of issue. They'll know to report that. That's the very latest from Highland. I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.
Thank you, Shelby. Stay with KTLA 5 as we continue to track the storm. For the latest anytime on the weather conditions in your area, head to ktla.com/weather or just scan the QR code on your screen.